Hey everybody, this is Steve from Plus10Damage.com, giving you a plus 10 looks at Plants vs. Zombies 2 for the iPad. What you can see here is that this is the first group of levels on Plants vs. Zombies 2. We are going back in time, and we are in ancient Egypt right now, trying to find a taco. That's right, it's a taco. Spoiler, by the way. Sorry, a little late on that one. So we're going to go into one of the maps here in just a moment. This map is a little bit different than all the others. This is one of the mini games that are in Plants vs. Zombies 2, where instead of actually planting all the plants to destroy the zombies, what you're doing is you're flipping over these cards, as you can see here, in kind of a mini game, match up the picture mode. This is actually one of my favorite parts of the game that I've run into so far. It's kind of like a game of memory, but it kind of breaks up the monotony of doing all the Plants vs. Zombies levels. So more of them will pop up, and we'll get to see pictures that we flip back and forth. It'll be nice and fun and dandy. And basically we're going to go through an entire level like this. I don't want to show the whole thing, so I'm actually going to cut here in just a moment, and then we're going to move on to a regular level that you get in Plants vs. Zombies 2, but just wanted to let you know that this is a little different than what you normally have in the game. And we are back, and we're going into a regular Plants vs. Zombies level. If you've played the original game, you've seen levels similar to this, just, you know, not in Egypt. So what we're doing here is we're picking our plants. But let's talk about this game a little bit. You'll notice that they have a lot of flowers on the bottom there that are locked. Now, these flowers are locked because this is a free-to-play game now. What that means is that you can go on the App Store right now, download the game for free, try it out. It's pretty much the full game. When I first started playing, I was kind of upset about the fact that a lot of these flowers are actually locked, and there are a few that you can only buy. And, you know, the argument for free-to-play can go on some other day. But the nice thing about this game is you can pretty much play through the whole thing without spending any money whatsoever. A lot of the flowers that you really want to use are locked behind gates, but you get keys from killing zombies in some of these levels. When it comes to the keys themselves, they're pretty quick to come by, so they're not a major concern. One of the harder things to do, and one of the reasons why people may end up spending money in the long run, is that in order to unlock the other stages of Plants vs. Zombies 2, you have to gain a certain number of stars. Stars can take a long time to get because they're part of challenge modes, and there are a lot of difficult stars to get, and in order to unlock the third world, you have to get quite a few of them. So that's going to upset some people. However, the game does have a lot of replay value. I was able to unlock the second world relatively quickly, but the third one will take a while. Beyond that, the game itself is pretty much what you remember, with more plants, some pretty neat ones. Right there you can see there's a boomerang one that's just flying back and forth, and the nice thing about that one is that it hits on the way there and then on the way back as well. You also notice that there's a mummy zombie over there that is stealing all of my sunflower. I can prevent him from stealing it by touching the yellow piece right there, but if I'm not paying attention, then he can take them. You'll see them glow red, and then they'll go into his staff. But once you kill him, you get your sunflower's power back, so you can spend those as you see fit. So we're going to move on here to a different level, that we can see a little bit more of the game, and then we will call it a video. Okay, we're starting this one a little bit farther into a match. I wanted to show you what a good wave of zombies looks like. You'll see a couple different types of enemies here. Your normal, regular zombies, some that come in on a storm cloud like those are right now. Those are kind of a pain in the butt because those clouds can take them past your normal defenses of the walnuts you have sitting there. There's also other ones. You've got the zombies that have the camels for camouflage, or camouflage as the joke goes. There are the zombies with these cones on their heads, buckets on their heads. You'll see a zombie in a sarcophagus. I forget that there's one in this section or not. But basically there's one that's in a sarcophagus that takes a ton of damage, and then you break off the sarcophagus, and oh, here he comes. And then you can finally kill him. But he's a tough zombie to deal with. As you can see, I kind of try and put up a big defense early on and get some exploding potatoes on there. So there's just a lot of options and ways you can play this game, but I like to try and get a good line going with a good defense. And hopefully I won't die in the process. I'm going to keep moving on here so we can see a little bit more of the game as well. I wanted to bring you back so you can see the ad that's going on here. The Fiery Jalapeno is 30% off. You prepare to see a lot of ads. They do pop up quite regularly, and that is one of the drawbacks of the game. But again, to be fair, it is a free game, and it's not like they pop up in the middle of your mission, so there's worse things. So here's a little bit of the story for you. Not that it's a whole lot. These are the stars that we were talking about earlier on in order to open up the other worlds. Basically, you have conditions that you have to meet in order to get a star. Different levels have different stars that you can get, and this is one of those levels where everything is rotating. Now these tombstones are a real pain because they will prevent you from killing anything for a long period of time. So the hope is that you can get through all of the tombstones before the zombies get to you and kill you repeatedly. Unfortunately, there are some plants that can shoot over those tombstones. And also, if you're looking on the bottom right-hand corner, you see that there's 3 powers. There's like a lightning bolt, a part where 2 arrows are coming together, and an arrow where it's flying off into nowhere. Those are superpowers that you can buy with gold up at the top. You can earn plenty of money during missions, or you can actually spend your own money to get more money in the game. And that's pretty much the way this free-to-play game works. Why don't we close out this video by going to the end of this fight, and then you can see how it ends, and I can give you a good look at the Stargate itself. Here you have the end of this battle. As you can see, I have plants all over the place. You can also see the zombies coming in from the side, the bucket zombies, the sarcophagus zombies. I'm using all the special powers I can at this point to finish them off, and they really don't stand a chance because I had way too many just sitting there to kill them. So this is the end of the level. Get a little pyramid here. This is cool because it's like a set of challenges that you can go into at the end of each of the worlds. This one happens to be a pyramid, and it's going to show you here what it's going to be. Oh, Crazy Dave, you're so crazy. See? Looking for a taco. Alright, so they show you the final day. 24 more stars are obtainable in ancient Egypt, and we'll see that here in just a second here. Got the star. Ta-da! Oh, the pyramid is opening, and that is the set of challenges. You can see the gates that you would have to get keys to go through in order to get some things. Stars are appearing on all the levels, and that is how you open that Stargate up top. So, I hope you enjoyed Plants vs. Zombies 2. Pick up the game, it's free. I mean, you can't go wrong with that, and EA will appreciate it if you spend some money. It's up to you whether you want to in the long run or not. So, have fun, keep gaming.